This is Willie White, the fastest V8 in the country. We're back with more NZV8TV. November is Maguire's Car Care Month. Just buy $50 worth of any Maguire's brand products in November. Receive $10 back. For more information and specific rebate details, simply visit maguires.co.nz. This week's Maguire's feature car is Keith Lane's beautiful Shelby Daytona Coupe replica.
It's a replica of a Cobra Daytona. There was only 6 original ones built back in the mid-60s. I'm a Cobra fan from way back. I'm the world's biggest Cobra fan, believe me. This is powered by a supercharged 347 Boss engine. It's a 4-bolt Boss block, one of the new generation, and it's got a forged internals, so it's bored and stroked out to 347 cubic inch, and it's also running a supercharger. It's been dynoed. It's close on 700 horse. The Cobra Daytona was built by Carroll Shelby to race on the European tracks where the average speeds are a lot higher, and the poor old Cobra Roadster run out of puff at about 150 miles an hour, whereas the Daytona has been clocked at over 180. So that extra 30 miles an hour is due to this, the streamlining and the body modifications, the opportunity to strengthen the body, make the chassis more rigid as well. So that also gave them a bit better advantage as well, particularly for the European tracks. Chris Amon drove a Daytona in 1964 as well. They didn't finish, they were disqualified. But at that stage, I think he was running 4th or 5th. We decided we needed another project, and we thought about a GT40, but being a Cobra fan, it had to be the Daytona. So Colin at Kiwi Race Cars did a lot of the fabrication work, the tin work, the chassis and suspension work. The suspension work's actually done to our design. It's based on what we had on the another Cobra we had at some stage. So we've based all that on previous experience, and we're really pleased with the way it's come out. It's taken us 8 years from the time we ordered the body to getting it registered and warranted on the road. Well, it's a major undertaking. Like, it's not a kit car. Like everything's been. We've had to start from scratch. The gearbox in there is a Tremec TKO 600. It's a close ratio box, and we've also altered it. We've beefed it up internally. And we've also altered the ratios. It's a Jaguar colour, sapphire blue, with a tiny touch of pearl. The original ones were built out of aluminium. Obviously this is glass, and what we've done some alterations. We've put the front spoiler on there, and also the bonnet scoop is different from the original. So Paul Harrison from Anglo American has been responsible for the bodywork, and he's done a tremendous job. I think he's just got the proportions exactly right. It was actually penned by a guy, Peter Brock, not the Australian Peter Brock, an American Peter Brock, and he spent time at the General Motors design studio, and he penned it. And when he drew it, there was quite a lot of derision over as to whether the shape would work. But when they first tested it out at Riverside, they were proving that it was spot on. It was 30 miles an hour faster. We've built it with doing the odd track day in mind. Like the suspension's all chrome moly, and it's adjustable. It's all rod ends. There's no rubber in the suspension or anything like that. So we've designed to do a bit of track work, but no, mostly as a fun car.
Nice job, Keith. A fantastic Kiwi rendition of an American icon. You can win this amazing LG home theatre package, a 50-inch 3D plasma TV and 3D Blu-ray home entertainment system. Enter the unique code you see on screen by going to v8.co.nz. It's back to Meremere for more Mopar Mayhem. Mopar's become an all-inclusive word for any Chrysler-built vehicle. Most any Dodge, Chrysler, Plymouth, Imperial, DeSoto, plus Jeeps and AMC. And when it comes to Mopar motors, big is good. Hey, is that Dick Johnson? My favourite, it's got to be the 7 Dodge Challenger TA. And as we know from last week, A stands for Trans Am.
Rob McBride, live in Kumeu, Auckland. It's a 1970 Dodge Challenger. It's got a 528 alloy block, Keith Black block in it, around 850 horsepower, 727 trans and a Dana 60 diff. It was brought in from America. A guy called Dave Levine brought it in originally. Dave sold it to a guy called Neil Waters, and I bought it off Neil, less motor and gearbox, and then had the opportunity of buying a really good engine from America. So we built a bigger motor for it and put it in, and now we're running in the 9s. Pretty much it's a strip car. That's where we sort of leave it at. It's better set up for the strip. It's quite hard to get the combination street and strip, you know. Fastest I've run in it is 9.7, but we hope to go a little bit better. We've got different diff gears in it and different setup, so hopefully run a little bit faster. It started off as a street car and then it's just got worse as the bug took over.
At the end of the day, Rob shows us what his baby can really do and runs a strong 10-second pass.
Name's Chris Coleman. I'm from Waikanae down the Kapiti Coast. This is a 1968 Dodge Dart, running a 360 in it at the moment. Yeah, we drove it all the way up here yesterday, racing it today and then driving it home tomorrow, I hope. It's registered as a 67, but it's a 68 model, so it's got the porthole lights on the sides, which all of the 68 Mopars had. I've done very little to it. It's pretty much as I bought it. The vinyl top's still the original top and it still looks new. All the interior's original. All I've done really is put a set of wheels on it and drive it. I just love the body shape. I mean, I originally fell in love with Valiant Coupes as a young fella, and obviously they were based on this, so this is kind of what, you know, just a beautiful shape car. It's a Mopar day, and I'm a Mopar nut, and there you go. It's just the event you don't miss, really.
I think he'll be buying the first round tonight.
Hey boy, what's your name?
What's my name? My name's Shane Logan. We're from Auckland. It's a 340 Dodge Challenger 1974. I suppose it's really not just Mopar, it's most muscle cars really, you know, they've all got something about them, haven't they, you know? There's something that sort of gets you excited, and you look at it in the garage and you go, wow, that's cool, you know? And it doesn't matter whether it's a Camaro or, a Mopar or whatever, there's so many cool cars and so many different things that they've really got. But they're definitely a lot of fun, that's for sure.
NZV8 magazine, new issue, out now. Cover cut, Holden HQ, The Shiz. Frank Cariopa's Tough Luck, Chevrolet Impala. Joanne Kapua's Thunderbird isn't your average race car. Then again, she's not your average racer. Phil Wright's Dodge Challenger, one of the coolest Mopars around. Next week's feature car, a Roush engine 65 Fastback Mustang. And we really promise we're going to bring you the 31st annual Mustang Convention. It's test and tune time at Meremere as we count down to the forthcoming drag racing season. Australian motorsport legends at the Aussie Muscle Car Masters. Brought to you in association with NAC Insurance, specialist vehicle insurers from the show to the strip or simply on the street. Visit nac.co.nz. And presented by LG, the brand that brings you smart and stylish home electronics. LG, life's good. Those sports sedans used to make me quiver in my stubbies. Bring back the grouse. So the answer to the question about the Shelby Daytona coupe, only 6 were ever made, and they swap hands for $10 million US plus. NZV8TV was brought to you by Smiths Group, bringing you trusted brands for over 30 years.